Be careful what you tolerate. You are teaching people how to treat you. Most people will treat you according to their needs and breed. The measure of a man is the way he bears up under misfortune. The easiest way to destroy your self-confidence is to constantly break the promises you make to yourself. If you never heal from what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. Money has never made man happy, nor will it. There is nothing in its nature to produce happiness. The more of it one has, the more one wants. Be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can only be forgiven, not forgotten. Regrets can linger for a lifetime if you don't learn to forgive yourself and others. If you want love, give love. If you want truth, be truthful. If you want respect, give respect. Never date a person you wouldn't also be friends with. We inadvertently adopt their interests, their opinions, their values, and their habit of interpreting events. You have to take chances sometimes, and although it can be scary and outside your comfort zone, you'll never know what could have been unless you go for it. In old age, we all regret not having killed laziness in ourselves. Only two things we regret on our deathbed: that we are a little loved and little traveled. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. The discontent and frustration that you feel are entirely your own creation. Everybody wants to be somebody, but nobody wants to grow. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing: the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. No single thing will solve all your problems. No goal, no achievement, no relationship, no one will ever fix you. You are the only person you can control. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow, even if that someone is yourself. You don't have as much time as you think. Try to enjoy every day. Let go a little and just let life happen. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than one you're capable of living. Being single with peace of mind is way better than having a relationship with someone who makes your life miserable. Your mental state determines your experience of life. Prioritize your mental health like you would your physical health. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. Sometimes painful things can teach us lessons that we didn't think we needed to know. When you talk, you only repeat what you already know. If you listen, you may learn something. Kindness will not win you respect except your own, but that's the one that counts. Never sacrifice these three things: your family, your heart, or your dignity. On a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you're traveling on the wrong path. Be smart enough to realize that life doesn't wait for you to be okay. Life is inherently risky. There is only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing. Life is difficult because we don't appreciate the things that come easily. Sometimes you just have to say no and ignore the guilt trip that follows. There are people we can't live without but have to let go. Our friends show us what we can do. Our enemies teach us what we must do. Always look at where you're going, not where you've been. Go where you are appreciated, not just tolerated. Don't worry about what people say behind your back. They are the people who are always finding faults in your life, instead of fixing the faults in their own life. It is a reflection of your lack of willpower, discipline, and your poor life choices. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. If you keep trying, there will come a day when you decide you can't do it anymore, and they clearly don't want to change. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. By desiring little, a poor man makes himself rich. What you give out will always return. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. Beneath the pain is a lesson. Beneath the sorrow is hope. Beneath the struggle is courage. Once you are in the right direction in life, you stop getting offended and angry all the time because you have so much better to do with your time. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. No one will ever fix you. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. A creation of importance can only be produced when its author isolates himself. It is a child of solitude. When you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Don't get intimidated by them. A man's manners are a mirror in which his portrait is reflected. When a person thinks deeply and seriously, he has a bad time among the general public. Don't think money does everything, or you are going to end up doing everything for money. Writing down is the best way to remember if a quote in this video really resonated with you. Pause this video and share it with us in the comments below. Excuses won't fix your problems. Take responsibility for your actions. It doesn't matter if you're right. Sometimes the people you hang around will shape your life in more ways than you know. Credentials mean you haven't done anything yet. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. Maybe you are not healing because you're trying to be who you were before. Never decide what you can or cannot do based on your lowest points in life. Smart people stop overthinking once they understand that the best decisions require more gut feeling than pure intellect. Let go and let life strengthen you, no matter how much it hurts. The truth is, the bad things don't affect us as profoundly as we expect them to. That's true of good things too. We adapt very quickly to either. He that speaks much is much mistaken. You must determine where you are going in your life, because you cannot get there unless you move in that direction. Random wandering will not move you forward. It will instead disappoint and frustrate you, and make you anxious and unhappy and hard to get along with. There can be no progress, no achievement without sacrifice, and a man's worldly success will be in the measure that he sacrifices. There is nothing as likely to succeed as what the enemy believes you cannot attempt. If you want to control things in your life so badly, work on the mind. That's the only thing you should be trying to control. It is harder to fake a reaction. No matter who tries to teach you lessons about life, you won't understand it until you go through it on your own. The more hard lessons you can learn vicariously rather than through your own hard experience, the better. Things rarely change for the better in your life unless you change them. On a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in the wrong path. The only rejection is not asking. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, including yourself. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain how he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. Breathe life into that person. It doesn't matter if you're right sometimes. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always right to do right. Sometimes you just need to relax and have faith that things will work out. Let go a little and just let life happen. It's not the mistakes that define one's character, but the manner in which one responds to those mistakes. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die, having left undone. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and a man. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't wish away your days waiting for better ones ahead. Numbing the pain for a while will make it worse when you finally feel it. Often, the right thing and the hardest thing are the same. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. Don't stick with bad friends just because you've known them for a long time. Inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or event to control your emotions. None can be free who is a slave to and ruled by his passions. Avoid making decisions when you're angry, and avoid making promises when you're happy. Find a relationship where naturally being you makes the other person happy. When something happens and it causes us pain, the pain is there to teach us a lesson. It is not so that we feel pain for the sake of pain. Necessity is the strongest of things, for it rules everything. You must welcome change as a rule, but not as your ruler. Of all the thieves, idiots are the most harmful. They steal our time and mood from us. Focus your attention on creating the life you want instead of distracting yourself from your current life. Never settle for anything or anyone that diminishes it. One of the greatest discoveries a man makes, one of his great surprises, is to find he can do what he was afraid he couldn't do. No one cares except you. Appearances matter, and remember to smile. You can't change what happened, no matter if it was your fault or someone else messed it up. When you feel like giving up, remember why you held on for so long in the first place. A failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best one can do under the circumstances. Hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but laziness almost certainly guarantees failure. Changes happen when we go against everything we're used to doing. Life has a funny way of surprising us when we're not looking for it. One ought never to turn one's back on a threatened danger and try to run away from it. If you do that, you will double the danger, but if you meet it calmly and without flinching, you will reduce the danger by half. Good things do not come to those who wait. There are two wolves fighting inside all of us. The first one is evil, The second one is good. Which wolf will win? The one you feed. If a man empties his purse into his head, no one can take it from him. What you want requires consistency and discipline. Necessity is what impels men to take action, and once necessity is gone, only rot and decay are left. Make my enemy brave and strong, so that if defeated, I will not be ashamed. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.